I just beat a world record for being the absolute most stupidest nig. What I'm trying to say is, not long ago, I made a video saying on what I think is going to happen for part 2 and part 3 of the anniversary. And for part 2, I had no idea that Saiyan Saga was the answer, okay? I recorded that video far before anything, any hints of it, so I could have a clear reaction to it, but nope. I did not assume anything near Saiyan Saga, and I wasn't even close to even thinking that. But it just happened. Now, today, I'm going to be going over what I think is going to happen for part 3 of the anniversary, but I'm going to keep my mind way more open, because last time I didn't keep my mind open. They released literally ground things and some sort of new rush mechanic and all this, so I'm going to keep my mind super open. I'm going to give these units, I think, like, what abilities or things they could use or like change the game. Like, I'm being super open with this, bro. I'm spreading my legs wide open for y'all, so be grateful. Starting off, I have my second pick for hopefully the part 3 of the anniversary, and it's Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Now, I know Dragon Ball, what was it, Super Dragon Ball Heroes, I think is what it's called, has like full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I don't think Legends has access to that stuff yet, so obviously that can't happen, although I would like that more. But a normal Super Saiyan 4 Goku from GT specifically would be very, very good. I don't want the Diamond Super Saiyan 4, okay? Yes, I get it, he's cool, I get that. But GT is so much more iconic, and he is, in my opinion, just looks a bit better. So I would love a GT Super Saiyan 4 Goku. As for abilities, it could be very, very, very something special. But I would love for him to transform. I mean, I don't know what form he was in when he transformed into Super Saiyan 4, but I would just love for him to transform. That's the only thing I want from him. I want him to transform. Because the only thing I remember from watching GT is Super Saiyan 4 is one of the coolest and best transformations in all of Dragon Ball. I know everyone hates on GT, and I'm not a big fan of GT either, but they have insane transformations. And if they can put that into DBL, bro, there might be a small slivering chance I would let that monkey loose and stop whipping him. Because I love whipping monkeys, especially Super Saiyan 4 monkeys. And although there are tons of mechanics in Dragon Ball Legends, Super Saiyan 4 doesn't really do anything super special in GT besides it's basically a new form like any other form. But still, it could be very, very, very special if you could just make him transform, or give him an ability that'd be super cool, or give him some crazy ass animations. Either way could build him super, super well. As my number 1 pick for the anniversary part 3, and what I really hope they really end up doing, is a Ultra Jiren. Jiren is one of my favorite characters in all of Dragon Ball. I love Jiren. In the manga, his whole background and all that's a bit confusing and is kind of sad and depressing. But in the anime, they actually did Jiren a lot better, and they actually fixed a lot of the loopholes they had in the manga, and they made Jiren a much more lovable villain than the manga did. And they did very, very well with that, and the LF version of him is okay. He has a Zenkai, he's tanky, AoE grid and all that, so he's okay, I guess, in some parts. You know, we have the transforming one, who's arguably better than him. Crazy animations, he's transforming, he's awesome. He's not the best, but he's good. We just got a free-to-play, he's okay, but, you know, it's, you know, Jiren's Jiren. Now, as for abilities this Jiren could have, I would just love for him to be extremely, extremely, extremely tanky. Now, I know that's not really an ability or a mechanic, but we all know the absorption gauge, right? I mean, the gauge where the more attacks you get, the more it fills up your gauge, the armor one. That one right there. Do that one, but it takes a lot of times to fill up, like an unnecessary amount, so it kind of makes him balanced. But when you do fill it up, bro, I want you to break the game with that gauge. I want him to heal back to full. I want everyone on the team to go to 1 HP. I want that gauge to be broken. They have to make something take super long to fill up, Pan, but, I mean, that's like 2 seconds. But everything takes super long to fill up, but when it does, make it torturous. That's what makes it overpowered. And Ultra Jiren would be the great explanation of that, because he's basically hard. I want to be inside of him. Wait, what? For third or fourth, going back and forth to the next unit, I have a Ultra Broly from the Broly movie. Wait, from Dragon Ball Super Broly. Now, we already have the Z Broly one. Arguably, in my opinion, the worst Broly. I like this Broly a lot, and his transformations is sick, and his storyline doesn't make any sense, but he is pretty cool. Let me know in the comments below, do you guys like the OG Broly or the newer Broly? I'm a big guy on the newer Broly because his whole background makes way more sense. The past Broly was confusing as hell, but let me know. I could be wrong. Let me know. In my opinion, this Broly could have the same thing as Jiren, but I want them to redo the whole cover changing everything. The Z Broly cover changing greens, blues, blast, and all that is so cool. And do the same thing for Super Broly. I know it's basically copying But that is such a cool thing, and they couldn't really shine on that because Z Broly was not that good on. Like, he was okay. He was good on. That's how I'm gonna put it. He was good. And if they can make a unit that's really like top 3 in the game and give him something like that, that would make him skyrocket insanely. Give him infinite cover changes, bro. Make him the first ever unit to have an infinite amount of cover changes. And give him just an insane amount of buff cancellation so no one has cover no. That would make this unit extremely stupid. I really hope for this, bro. I love Broly from the Super Broly movie. And he's just so big and thick and it's so hot and so big. So big. Now, next is not really a unit in general. So basically, this part right now I'm going to talk about has 3 parts to it. Let me start with this. Number 1, a game originals unit, okay? I don't want no one specific. Redo the game originals tag. And the hint for this I just got is, remember, if you guys haven't seen if you guys haven't played Dragon Ball at all, and you don't know this for some reason, Shallot just got a platinum equipment. And what is he? A game originals unit. Let me go back to this. Almost every Ultra that gets a platinum equipment, usually there's someone related to that will get an upgrade. Now, literally, Shallot and Hit both recently got a platinum equipment, okay? Okay, this is interesting. So what if we can get a powerful opponent, kind of thing, or a powerful opponent game originals, or a universe rep game originals? I don't know how they would do that, but I just love a game originals unit so, they literally have infinite options. My number 1 is Super Saiyan 4, Super Saiyan God, Vegito. I am a huge Gogeta fan. I'm just letting you know right now, I'm way more of a Gogeta than Vegito. But in my opinion, I think the Super Saiyan God or Super Saiyan 4 Vegito would go so hard. Of course, the Gogeta would be great and I'd be happy with it. But for the first time in all of my life, I am hoping that Vegito will get some love in a new form that no one has ever seen, in the form of game originals. What kind of abilities would that have? Like I said, they are game originals, so they could have an infinite amount of mechanics and possibilities. So there's not one I could give him. But if I were to just give him one ability, just one ability, honestly, I have no idea. Give him the ability to stop time, bro. I don't know. Because Ozzy's not a real character. There's nothing you can specifically give him. That's what makes him fun. That's what makes him interesting. That's what makes everyone want to touch him. But as the 2 other parts, like I said, we're following that. A Ultra Tag unit and an Ultra Fusing unit. They're basically the same thing, but one fuses and one doesn't. We're definitely going to get a Tag Ultra before a Fusing Ultra, because Fusing is way more powerful than just tagging. Get it? Tag back. Okay, we're going too far. Seriously though, I mean, it can go either way, but honestly, I'm hoping for Game Originals over Tags. I mean, let me know, do you want Game Originals Ultra or a Tag Ultra? I want Game Originals, bro. There are so many more options. Yo, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, let me touch him like they touch tips. Wait, no, use the Potara games. Damn it, maybe I do want Vegeta. I don't even know. Next is a Ultra Boo. Now I know, we have an Ultra Kid Boo. But Kid Boo is not the strongest Boo. He's just basically the most popular because he's an absolute menace. Guys, why do we not have an Ultra Super Boo or Boohan? I don't know which one. Was it Boohan that was the strongest Boo, or was it Super Boo? I think it was Boohan. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I watched it. But guys, why do we have an Ultra Kid Boo and not a Super or Boohan? Because they are stronger, and I know, like, it's the main villain of the show. You gotta at least give each Boo, like, their own thing. But I'm not going for specific Boo here, okay? That's not the point I put him on this list. The reason I put Boo on this list was so you could change which Boo you're in. Now, I know that's not exactly how it works. I know he has to illegally absorb people like I absorb Pan, or illegally touch them like I illegally touch things. Like, when I was young, Drake touched me when I was 5. But it wasn't illegal because I consented. Wait, I can't consent when I'm 5. I just realized that. But it's okay. Anyways, like I said, make him some, like, maybe you can click on your main ability, you become Fat Boo, click it again, you become this Boo. Make him so you can't go back to the other Boo. It'd be very strategic on where it goes, you know, once for tanking, once for damage. I don't know, it could be a very confusing thing, but if you can just go back and forth between all the Boo forms, bro, I'm about to touch you. Toshi, or is it Panties now? I think it's Panties now. I'm gonna touch him too. Lastly, I have a Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Now, out of everyone on this list, this dude is by far low. Super Saiyan 3 is a cool form, but it's not one of my favorites. Not really even close. I love Super Saiyan 3, but it's not like that close. And also kind of traumatized from Dragon Ball Legends, as they like to abuse Super Saiyan 3 once in a while, so it's kind of crazy. Or they either hate it in some units, or they make him dominant in other units. It's kind of crazy how they use Super Saiyan 3. And guys, Super Saiyan 3 was almost the #1 thing in all of Dragon Ball Z. I know, Super Saiyan was for Frieza, most iconic transformation in all of anime. Super Saiyan 2 was for Cell. I mean, they got it with Gohan and Goku, but it was with Gohan, not Goku. For Goku, Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 3 are the most hyped forms they've ever gotten, in my opinion. But even though Super Saiyan is more popular, Super Saiyan 3 just does not get love, bro. They have one good unit in Dragon Ball Legends, the Super Saiyan 3, and he was just hated on because he combos forever. He was a great unit, but he was hated and used for the wrong reasons. Like, no. I don't really want an Ultra Super Saiyan 3. I just thought of him, and I'm like, hey, he'd be pretty cool as one. As for an ability, there's nothing you could do for Super Saiyan 3, bro. Make him be able to you know what? For his ability, for his stupid ass ability, make him be able to fist people with his Dragon Fist, and then let that Dragon fist them. Double fisting Dragon and Goku. I'm going really far with this. Subscribe. Also, like the video, guys. Subscribe. I already said subscribe, so you got to subscribe. Ultra Fan incoming. Subscribe.